I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, you can't be replaced.
It's not in the case of anybody.
That's why I spend my life with you.
Hi, hotties, kettles, tea stirs. You're here for hot tea. All commentary is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. What up, ho? OPB, yeah, you know me. We in other people's business, and it's been a minute, but we gotta talk about this clip that I seen online. Shout out to reality TV entertainment, because that's where I watch these clips, because y'all know I really been out of the loop with Lamh Huntsville, because obviously, the Scotts have completely trashed this show. Then you got Mega Jaw and Hawkzilla in their trashy storyline. That has really depleted the show. The Scotts have taken over this show and basically trashed it in the way in which I knew they would, because they so envious, disingenuous, fake, and phony. But also, they're doing the same thing per usual. They just got a different victim. And Nell, I want to have your back, sister girl, but when Mel did her mimosas with Mel, and you communicated to the producers that she didn't want the content creator sitting next to you, you on your own, boo. But we gonna talk about this. So in a recent episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Libido and the macroglossia tongue Tisha were ganging up on Nell, as they always do when it comes to other people, which is why I've always said Carlos King should have never had two of them as main characters. But again, he thinks he's such this awesome producer when really he just exploit people in their traumas. But they basically ganged up on Nell because Latisha went behind Nell and ran to Dusty Dan Trash Can Freaky Stand. And we're going to talk about her in another video, because she has became the hoe of Love and Marriage Huntsville. She is the Love and Marriage Huntsville pass around, because the macroglossia tongue Tisha never have a storyline, never want to talk about her own issues, as well as dry ass Beto. They never talk about the things that they have going on in their life, but they are always so open to gossip about other people and conversate about other people. And Nell basically said that she wanted Latisha to keep her fucking name out of her mouth, because Latisha went back to spread some gossip about Nell and her grandbaby. Macroglossia tongue and Beto used this as a means to gang up on Nell, basically insinuating that Nell is aggressive, saying that Nell was yelling. Latisha feels like Nell owed her an apology, and basically saying that they left off on a good note, but once she heard that she wanted Latisha to keep her name out of her mouth, that's when they felt like it was grounds to have a conversation. Now, let's break this down, because there's a lot that could be said about these actions, or the actions of microglossia tongue and Beto.
I wanted us to chat, if that was possible.
So here's Beto once again playing herself up as if she's the matriarch of the group and wanting to initiate some sort of conversation as if she has the mental capacity for it. And she's the type of person that you don't even handle things within your own marriage. So what makes you think you can handle or have a resolve amongst a group of girls? Never trust a hoe like this.
And what we chatting about?
I know you had a conversation with Tisha. I feel like the conversation you had with her at that moment went well, but then she felt like, I guess after Destiny and Trisha were talking about some of y'all's conversations, she felt like maybe that conversation wasn't as cool as she thought it was when it happened.
Another thing Beto always doing is inserting herself in Latisha's beefs. Latisha does shit to people, macroglossia tongue always does stuff to people and insert herself in people's business and conversations, as well as Beto. And then Beto is always trying to run behind her to clean up her mess, instead of allowing large tongue to handle her own business and fix her own dirty work and do her own dirty work.
Destiny said, you said, keep my name out your mouth.
I did say that.
And that's like tough.
I said I did say that, and I mean.
Let's pay attention and watch all of the double standards within this conversation. So Beto, dry ass Beto that is saying that it's tough for Nell to say that she wanted Latisha to keep her fucking name out of her mouth. But I want y'all to know, when they do sit down to have a conversation, Macroglossia Tongue is going to say she don't give a fuck about Nell's grandbaby. And I want y'all to pay attention to how nobody is going to say that's tough or that's disrespectful, even though Latisha's whole argument is that Nell is being disrespectful. For her to want to be the matriarch, her energy is never neutral, and it's always a big gang up.
What happened to make something like that? That's what I'm saying. If we talk, I'll go with you.
I go out here, but I'm not finna do all no arguing and
I
back
don't want
and
you
forth.
to.
I've always told y'all Beto was a snake. I've always told y'all she's the type of person you got to keep your eyes on, because they play themselves up to be educated and good people, but they're always envious, nasty, wicked in real life. Furthermore, and I'm gonna stand by this, women that have husbands like Big Beto are never good people, and they are always putting themselves in competition or always battling with other women to play up the respect that they wish they had within their marriages. They don't have the respect in their marriage, but always demand it outside of their marriage.
I'm
I'm prayerful.
I'm not
That's
gonna
not
do all
gonna be.
that.
I wanted us to kind of sit down because you two had a conversation, and at the end of the conversation, I was under the impression that y'all were amicable. What happened since that conversation?
So Destiny, when she told you that I need to keep her mother name out my mouth, why did she tell you that?
Because we were.
I also want to note that Latisha is a coward. She always have a lot of bass in her voice when she has other people surrounding her and supporting her in her bullshit antics. How hard would it have been for her to just outright speak to Nell to her face and say, hey, I had a conversation with Destiny. She said this. I felt it was this. This is Latisha's way of getting everybody on her side or getting everybody to speak for her so she can then lash out.
Talking about LA, and when you told me they left early to go basically for the delivery of the baby, and Nell said that wasn't accurate and that you need to keep my name out your mouth.
So Nell, why did you guys leave LA early?
That's none of your business.
Okay.
I don't owe you anything.
Period. When has there been a time where anybody on the cast was able to turn to Latisha and ask her, hey, so a midday's work surprise, or hey, so have your husband ever cheated on you, or hey, have you ever had infidelity? And she just opens up and answers it. She's always beat it around the bush, She has always beat around the bush when it comes to her situations, her dramas, her storylines. But when it comes to other people, I think it's very contradictory that she and Beto always expect people to answer to them. Just last season, Beto couldn't even communicate about why her husband had left a club or was driving at 12 noon and she had been home way before that, or why it was lipstick on his shirt, or why he was arrested for a DUI.
You don't, but I don't know why you're giving me this attitude, because
I'm not giving you no
I don't
attitude.
talk about you.
I'm not giving you no attitude.
And here she is playing it up to be the victim in this situation. Now she is saying that Nell being direct when it comes to her question and basically saying she don't have to answer to you is her giving an attitude. Y'all, these people are insufferable and they lack basic competence. This is why Carlos King liked Thick Tongue so much, or Hillbilly Tongue so much. She's the most incompetent person on the cast, and she's also very insecure. They can exploit her and play her up to do anything.
I feel like she's giving attitude. I'm just asking a
No,
direct question.
you doing this and I'm doing you like that. Like I told you, my granddaughter's off limits, and I meant what I said.
So maybe that's why she's backtracking what she said, because she didn't tell me.
I did not tell
Kimmi,
you
was
that.
you a part of that conversation when she said the reason they had to leave LA early was something?
So again, why can't this just be a boundary that she is setting and letting you guys know her granddaughter is off limits? She don't want y'all talking about her granddaughter or gossiping about her granddaughter, which is what you did when you went back and relayed the information that she left early because her son had a baby or just delivered a baby. Maybe she does not want her grandchildren to be the topic of discussion, but they could never respect other people setting boundaries, yet they want other people to respect their boundaries. When it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville, the Scotts have always been the main culprits in bringing up people's children children and bringing up topics that people don't necessarily want to communicate about, yet have always been the ones to try to set boundaries when it comes to things they don't want to discuss. And when you really look at it, they are all a bunch of passive-aggressive bullies, and they're cowards.
With the grandbaby.
I felt like you said it did have something to do with you had to come back home for the situation.
Absolutely, she said it.
He had got a call saying he needed to get back. He had a baby on the way in labor. I saw that on social
Me
media.
too. We all did.
Y'all get in the comment section and let me know how y'all feel about this topic. I feel like Nell, just being a transparent person, something that the Scotts are not, was just transparently speaking about, I guess, what was going on, you know, with the grandbaby or whatever the case may be. I didn't watch the episode, so if I'm wrong about something, definitely get in the comment section and let me know. And I feel like, in turn, the Scotts took that to run to Dusty Dan trash can stand because she was messing around with her son at one point to basically gossip about the situation. So Nell's response was to basically say that that is not up for discussion, something that they don't want to respect.
Don't do that. You're talking about my granddaughter.
I don't care about your granddaughter.
Well, that's it. Well, that's a mouthful right there. You don't have.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. I did not curse.
And this is what I mean by incompetent, but also evil, because they intentionally misinterpret Nell's points the same way they used to do Mel. Nell actually did not curse this entire interaction. She had repeated what she had said to Dusty Dan, and she said F without saying the actual cuss word. But Latisha is going to hold on to that to say that Nell is being disrespectful while saying, I don't care about your granddaughter. If you don't care about her granddaughter, why are you going around gossiping about her delivery? Which is why Nell didn't want y'all speaking about her granddaughter in general, and why she said her granddaughter is off limits. Did Beto intervene to say, hey, thick tongue, that's too harsh? No, she didn't. Because it's never about resolve with them. It's always about ganging up.
At you. It was a figure of speech, and I told her to tell what I said. Keep my name out your effing mouth. I didn't curse at you.
Well, what?
And that you just cursed.
So again, Latisha intentionally misinterpreting her point.
This is hilarious.
It's not funny. I don't like this.
At the end of the day, Nell, if the situation with your grandchild was none of my business, why did you bring it up to me?
She was on a show. She's being transparent, something that y'all lack. But the Scotts take your transparency to throw up in your face all the time, as we've seen them do with Mel.
Told me about the situation. I can care less. This is the reason I don't really want to have a conversation with Nell, because I am trying to talk to her. I'm being cool, calm, collected, and she's giving me bad energy.
So y'all were perfectly fine until Destiny told you that she said you left LA because of the birth of the baby. That was,
I
y'all
thought
were perfectly okay.
I'm like,
that.
okay, here we go again.
I didn't have that energy for you like you have for me. So
That's
it
not
seems like
true.
you have a problem with me,
That's not
and I
true.
don't know what it is.
That's not true.
And so
You just want beef with me.
I don't want beef. I
Yes, you
haven't even
do.
doing anything
Yes,
with
you do. You think I'm doing something and you're doing the same thing. I'm good. I'm fine.
Okay, I'm good. I'm fine too.
Boy, lies y'all tell.
We can't resolve anything if she does not. If she can't admit to exactly what
Admit
it is.
to what?
I don't.
Does this sound familiar? Latisha always wants somebody to admit to something, yet she has always been unwilling to admit to her and her marital issues. Like the fact that her and her husband was going through counseling because they were having a hard time within their marriage those last few seasons, yet that was something that she never wanted to be transparent about. Everybody has to admit and own up to things except the Scotts. That's why this show is insufferable and draining.
No, Neil, that's what I'm trying to talk to you about. You keep talking over me.
What is that for me? I stated where I stand, and I said I'm not talking about my granddaughter. Other than that, I'm good.
No.
Exactly.
Okay, but then are we?
Well, that didn't turn out too well.
And then you got Mega Jaw, Dragon Ball Z Jaw over here adding no value to the conversation. I don't even know why they casted her and have continued to keep her and Mega Hawk on the show. I will never forget this water bug looking ass hoe trying to call me a roach. Like, ho, look at you, you Mega Jaw looking ass bitch. You literally give the jaws of roaches. Like, you have 150 grams of roaches stuck in your motherfucking chin, bitch.
Kimmi, you're the mediator, so. It's hard to mediate I'm good. I've been in a circle of friends that say I'm good.
Me too.
Mind you, when that DUI was going on, that was what Beto used to always scream. I'm good, and then got up on the reunion stage and acted a complete ass. The contradictions are why people dislike them so much.
When they not good.
And we don't want history to repeat itself.
It's like y'all trying to make it something it's not.
Now, you said keep my name out your mother mouth.
So again, let's go back to counting the contradictions. At this point, we on about the seventh contradiction. And here we are with Beto yelling at Kimmi first. She initiated the voice raising, while also not checking Tisha for saying she didn't care about her granddaughter, but in the same breath trying to say that Nell saying that keep my name out of your fucking mouth was a bit harsh. Pay attention.
And I said why I said it.
And it made it something. Don't act like we're trying to make your problem.
I said
Pay attention to Beto's contradictions. Now she's saying that you made your problem, saying Nell making her own problem, and also raising her voice while saying this.
I said it.
Ooh. And I know Trish is in the middle of it.
I'm not saying
we don't have to talk about my problem. Each and every one here got their problems.
You don't have to yell at us, though.
I'm not yelling.
Sidebar, Nell is short and loud. She's always been short and loud. They've never had a problem with it, but now they are, or she is calling them out on their bullshit. So now, as another means to deflect, they're going to try to check her tone or be the tone police. Even though Beto initiated the raising of the voices.
Well, what everyone else is doing, okay? Can you expect me not to say nothing?
Another contradiction and something that I find to be really disrespectful is Beto speaking over Nell and trying to cut her off to make her point be known. She's doing this by raising her voice and trying to get her attention to Nell as Nell direct her conversation to thick, prickly tongue Tisha.
But you yelling at us.
Do you think I'm talking to me?
You actually yelling at us.
What y'all think y'all doing here? Gang up on me?
Oh, Jesus. Victim.
Now pause. I want y'all to get in the comment section and let me know how do y'all feel Beto was talking to Nell, because she's asking Nell, do you think I'm talking to you like you're talking to me? Which I think is very ridiculous, because she in fact is matching your energy at this point.
Say you. I didn't say you. I'm strictly talking about 1.0 and 2.0. Because I didn't see this coming from you. Like, really?
Hey, listen, let's not overreact.
Hey, Nell, let me tell you something. I dumped your ass in that pool. You keep hopping in it.
And let me just say, I think it's completely asinine for these people to think that they could raise their voice, talk over her, and say whatever they want to say as far as making a threat to her. Because Beto says, I'll dump your ass in that pool. Had she said something like that to me, I would make her fucking do it. At that point, you're going to have to fucking do it. Beto then turns around and says, I never threatened you. These people are a disgrace, and it's completely crazy. Sidebar, Beto, your man, big nasty freaky old Beto, never cared about you. He's sitting there letting you drag it on and on and on, talking about, oh, let's not make it too much, when you are the hoe with your dry ass Beto making this a big scene when it don't have to be. That shit was completely unnecessary. And for Beto to then turn around and say, oh, well, you know, my father was abusive, so when people are yelling at me, I take great offense to it, or whatever the fuck she tried to say, which I felt was completely trash. And girl, it sounds familiar, but I say all that to say, ho, we done seen you yelling and screaming at multiple people throughout the seasons, yet you're going to use this instance to finally speak up and speak about why you started yelling and screaming. No, ho. You only said that because you want to gain a little bit of empathy or sympathy for yourself after seeing how disgusting you behaved and after seeing you initiate the conflict. You didn't have to open up your dry ass fucking mouth to say that to that lady, but you did. And sidebar, if we were to ever see the match, I do think Nell would lay your ass out. I don't even think you like that for real. What I didn't like is the fact that Nell apologized to Beto for yelling. And I also didn't like Latisha basically saying that she would never give Nell an apology. Latisha is a dark, disgusting, miserable person, and they have really drained this show to the pits of hell with their contradictions, their one-sidedness, and their envy and disdain for women that they are ultimately jealous of. Y'all finish watching this, get in the comment section, let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the post notification bell so y'all are up to date each and every time that I upload.
You can't stop me.
Keep hollering at me. Keep hollering at me. Keep hollering at me. Keep hollering at me. I'm not your child.
You won't dump me, no. I show you who this
Why are you talking like that?
You threatened me. You just dump me in the
telling you to stop yelling at my
Stop yelling at me.
She didn't.
She did not yell.
Nobody's yelling, but she did. You're the only person yelling.
You're the only person yelling.
Yes. I don't know what the issue is with Nell and everybody. Like, I just don't know. Like, at the end of the day, Nell just need to learn how to talk to people.
Don't sit there and tell somebody you're going to dump them in
But you can't yell at me.
And you can't just say what you gonna do to me. When I yell, there's a problem. When they're yelling, oh, we're not yelling, we're just talking to you. It's very much a double standard with these girls. This is crazy.
So can we get back to like where everybody's good?
Everybody is not good. That's the problem. Everybody keeps saying, I'm good, I'm fine, and you're not good.
So flexitivities are over, or are we gonna talk our way through it? Or,
is this what we're talking about by flexitivities?
Let me say this for real. My fuse is shorter than what most people think. Wow. My dad was abusive. He would drink and get drunk and be loud and holler and stuff. And that never was okay with me. So after my parents got divorced, I felt like I was my mother's protector. Anybody who came around that felt they needed to yell to be heard just didn't work for me. Never has. From this size to this size, it doesn't work for me. I should not have said, I will dunk you in the pool if you keep hollering at me. And I apologize for that. However, we're not gonna keep doing the hollering thing, no matter how normal it is in your world.
I accept Kimmy's apology, but I really do. Because it really hurt. That hurt me. And if I yelled at you, I apologize to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It'd be a cold day in hell before I apologize to Nell. If anything, she owes me an apology. She's the one talking about me behind my back to all these ladies and is getting back to me, third person. Like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Can we get a hug, Kimmi and Nell?